The year is 1980. Tensions are at a boiling point between the US and the USSR after a thermonuclear blast eviscerates a small US Air Force base in the rural town of Damascus, Arkansas. The US are swift to respond, firing a retaliatory strike at the USSR, which is dismissed by a Soviet officer as a false positive by their early detection satellites. As the American Titan II missiles plow through the Soviet countryside, the USSR is only able to mount a meager counterattack from remote satellite locations before it is completely wiped off the face of the Earth. China and France, in light of this sudden and terrifying American aggression, launched strikes of their own against the US. And after a short but intense series of reprisals, the world is razed to the ground by nuclear-armed fire, and human civilization along with it. Yet mankind is not doomed. During the Cold War, the great, the good, and the gilded invested heavily in next-generation bomb shelters, enormous self-sustaining subterranean cryogenic compounds designed to preserve life until the outside world becomes habitable again. Compounds which, due to cost-cutting business measures in the name of competition and industrial espionage, failed to work entirely. Coolers. Bathed in lethal radiation, the greatest minds of the 20th century and all living memory of culture, technology, and agriculture are lost. While on the surface, the very hardiest specimens of humanity cling to life, survive, then thrive. From the ashes, a new world emerges. An ersatz, post-apocalyptic, stillborn 80s continues indefinitely, populated entirely by the toughest, meanest, and outright dumbest of God's creations, the wasters. Years later, however many nobody can say, even those who can count, the barren desert landscape of the western wastes is host to bitter factionalized warfare. The wasters fight tooth and nail over the most precious of natural resources, a liquid from beneath the sands that fuels all of uncivilization. Buried deep within the cooler's chambers, the very radiation that killed off society's chosen few imbued their potable provisions with a sick green glow and a radioactive buzz. Booze, it affectionately came to be known, and those dumb enough to weather its taste found themselves taking a sharp detour off the human evolutionary highway, mutating in strange and confounding ways, and acquiring both permanent brain damage and a ravenous addiction to the stuff. Against this backdrop of organized chaos, the wasters scrabble in the dirt looking for just a drop of the good stuff, and the right guy in the wrong place at the right time with the wrong drink could be a major headache for those who seek power.
New boys, ribbon shred!
Hands where we can see him.
Hate to break it to you, but you've just wandered your way into becoming the new boy's first big score.
Yeah, new boys, rip and shred!
Nothing personal, it's just how things work out here in the Western Wastes.
You do know how things work in the Western Wastes, don't you? You sure about that? You know, these Western Wastes are a little more complicated than other wastes.
Yeah, I mean, there's the shooting, which is more or less the same everywhere.
But there's probably a lot of strange mechanics you might want to familiarize yourself with before you venture out.
Yeah, doesn't hurt to know a mechanic, especially with that Angelus traffic.
You sure you want to cut the crap and get straight to it? See, rule of thumb around these parts is that you get wasted.
Or you get wasted trying!
And we're bad!
We're tough!
We're inexperienced, but we got the right tude. Even a virgin dingaling has a chance of being a bona fide bone blaster the first time through.
Can it, boneheads? Bottom line is, we new boys aren't afraid to turn you into another wasteland statistic, unless you hand over everything you got and get the heck out of here. There's 3 of us and 1 of you. But don't be a moron. Just hand everything over, and we won't have to kill you.
Wait, that's it? This ain't hardly no big score at all!
Well, the new boy's gotta start somewhere. Heck, this butt munch came here to make a booze run with this stuff, to risk neck and nutsack down in the depths of the cooler, armed only with these thingamabobs. Ain't that right, waster?
And if this crap's good enough for old Fartwhip over there, it'll be at least 3 times as good enough for the 3 of us.
We split it 50-50-50. Right, boss? Like rip and share, rip and share, rip and share!
Shut it, you rad buffoon. We'll discuss it once we're in the cooler. As for you, waster, don't even think about following us in there.
Yeah! We'll use your stuff to rip you to shreds! Rip and shred, baby! Rip and shred!
Well, once we figure out exactly what these things are anyways.
You've been warned, waster.
There! No way that waster's getting this thing open! But what the? How'd you get past the lock? So you're telling me... Crap! Boss ain't gonna be too happy about this. Tell you what, I'm gonna get this thing open and lock you out like the boss wanted. Just you sit tight and don't try anything funny, you got it?
Don't move. I mean it. Don't move.
Tripping hazards! The boss was gonna use these tripping hazards to cover our tracks, but he spilled them all over the floor and now he's boxed in. Oh, this is horrible!
Stay back. These things will explode if they detect any movement.
Please, Waster, you gotta help the boss!
Genghis, mind putting that thing away? I ain't here to maim you. Just your own road courier business. If a problem comes along, you must ship it. Not ringing any bells? Geez, I'd ask if you've been living under a rock, but, considering the venue of our little conversation, well, we road couriers are the big movers and shakers here in the Western Wastes. Movers, mostly. Shaking's more or less stopped since even the raiders have learned better than to hit our caravans. Pickups, deliveries, you name it. Anything needs moving from one garbage pit to another, you can count on the couriers. Well, let's see here. Looks like you ain't signed up for our delivery service. Tell you what, though. Come visit us up at the Oni Express. Just, head towards Sacramento and follow the smell of booze. You'll find it in no time. Guy there will set you right up. Anyways, I'm already behind on my deliveries, so I gotta skedaddle. Remember, the Oni Express up in Sacramento. Can't miss it. See you later, Waster.